Welcome back to another episode of Snack-ime, where we eat snacks and we watch anime, and sometimes not in that order. I am one of your co-hosts. I am Gerardo-san, as they would call me in Japan. Actually, they wouldn't call me that. They would call me Gerardo-kun because I was not yet an adult. As always, is my wonderful elven co-host, Jenae, who is thematically dressed. I love this.
This is the closest thing I can to Frieren, because I had a cloak thing, but it's black, so that would be more fern. But the purple wig I have was too curly and not as long. So.
I can understand that.
So I went with the colors of, so it's more casual Frieren.
Yes. Well, today, for this month, we are covering birthday burgers and Frieren fries. While nobody's birthday is actually here, the reason why we do this is because in the show, Frieren, which you can find on both Hulu and Netflix, there's one scene where they do eat burgers for someone's birthday. And I just thought, hey, you can't have burgers without fries. And, there's a nice play on and alliteration there with Frieren. Mm-hmm. So... yeah. And then, of course, this is our wonderful thumbnail for this month's episode. I had fun putting this one together. Although there was supposed to be no background behind Frieren, I actually removed it, and it still put a background there. I don't know why.
Rude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Technology. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't.
So, Jenae, how have you been doing?
Doing okay.
Yeah, you recover from last night's recording of the Geek Gauntlet?
Yep. I did. I went to bed and passed out. I was tired.
I ended up staying up watching a few more episodes of this month's show. I got through at least two or three episodes past Frieren fighting the Demon King, I think, or it was Aura. I can't remember who.
Oh, the demons that were in the town. I
know she's gearing up for the Demon King fight.
Oh, they already defeated the Demon King. Her and Himmel and them did.
Oh, that's right.
She just didn't want to go back to the castle.
That's right. Okay.
Or the territory. She didn't want to have to do that.
Okay. So today we are eating burgers. What kind of burger do you have?
It's just a homemade smash burger.
Oh, nice.
With a toasted bun and curly fries.
I was going to make a homemade burger, but then I didn't have a bun. And I thought about, I have a bagel. I could use that. It would have worked.
Or you could do like in the show, because in the show it is their hamburger steaks, and so there is no bun. You just fork and knife. So.
Yeah, but that's not fun. I like being able to hold my burger. But I didn't have fries, and so I went to the Chevron station just down the block from my house, because they actually have a really good grill, and they have one of the best burgers in the county. So this is my burger. It has cheese and pickles and mustard and mayo. It got a little bit like you have a smash burger. This is a smashed burger. It's flat.
It's just squashed.
Mm-hmm. But it's decent. I like it. And they gave you quite a bit of fries.
That's good.
Yep. But it's like I think it's like almost a quarter pound Angus burger patty. So I'm good with it. It's definitely better than McDonald's.
That was going to be the fallback.
Yeah, I thought about trying. I thought about trying McDonald's new burger, the Big Arch.
Are you sure?
I saw that video of the CEO, going this is a good burger. There's no bite mark in the burger. It's like, What AI generated slop is this crap?
Matt just liked how he doubled down with the chicken sandwich.
Right?
So I said, hey, it's good. It's good. No, it's not. The look on your face tells you are so mad you have to do this. It's all over your face.
Right. Although, if I had my choice and money was no option, I would have either gotten In-N-Out or Habit.
I've had neither one of those.
So. Well, what you need to do is you, Matt, and the kids need to come down to California and enjoy the deliciousness that is In-N-Out Burger. For one, their patties are never frozen. They make all their fries in-house. Like, they actually go through and chop and peel the potatoes and then cut them into the fries and then fry them up.
That's how Five Guys is. They do the...
Yeah, I don't like Five Guys mainly because they soak everything in peanut oil. And I don't like that because, like, that's a hazard for anybody who's got a peanut allergy.
Yeah. Well, they have... You get free peanuts, too.
Yeah.
So anyone with that kind of allergy should probably just not go into that one. So
pretty much.
We don't have one anymore. The people that were running it here just up and just closed. Like, people came to work and it said on the door just says closed. They didn't warn their employees at all. It was one of the lowest profited ones that I know of chain. So they were just like, we're just closing.
We had in the next town over, we had a Foster's Freeze. And just a couple of years ago, without warning, they just shut their doors. And someone I knew, her son was working there. And he went to go to work. And they're like, sorry, no. Like, everything was locked down. They couldn't get in. He had stuff in his locker he couldn't get to.
Oh, geez.
And like, it took them forever to get in contact with the owner or the franchisee or whoever to get access so they could get their last paychecks.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
They weren't even going to give them last paychecks.
That seems illegal.
Oh, it's incredibly illegal, but it's California. I mean, I was watching a video on how expensive food has gotten here, like fast food. Like, McDonald's, of all the fast food places, they have the highest rate. Like they've doubled their food prices by 50% in just the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's getting silly.
Like, it used to be you could get 20 chicken McNuggets for $5.
Yeah,
even during the pandemic, $5. Now, $7.50.
Yeah, that's...
And they're charging 50 cents if you want a little container of barbecue sauce.
Yep. You get the one free one, and if you want an extra, you have to pay the extra.
Well, yeah. Well, if you get the 20 piece, you get 3.
So it's just ridiculous. It's almost cheaper just to go to a restaurant than like a nicer restaurant than and better quality.
Depending on the restaurant. Yeah. So yeah, but I think you would like In-N-Out Burger. They keep everything simple. They don't do any bacon on their burgers or anything like that. It's just meat, cheese, bun, a little bit of lettuce. They also do onions and tomatoes. But what I like to do is I don't like tomatoes on my burger or my sandwiches. But I will get animal style, which they mustard fry the bun in the patty with pickles, and then they will add on cheese and it's a mixture of the cheese and chopped up sautéed onions, like caramelized onions. Oh no, it's really good. And then they add on their sauce.
I'm with my stage in life right now. I'm having reactions to onions. So
Mm.
like I'll start getting like an itchy mouth and itchy hand and stuff. So
That sounds like a food allergy.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I haven't had that before. So like with perimenopause and stuff, it can give you random food allergies. So
Well, it's not uncommon for food allergies to develop late in life. Like back in 2018, I developed a food allergy to chickpeas. I was eating hummus one day, and then by 10 o'clock that night, I started having an itchy throat, watery eyes,
no
and I
chocolate
didn't realize
hummus for you.
what.
I said no chocolate hummus for you now.
Ew. And I didn't realize what it was. I thought maybe I was coming down with a cold or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been working out in the yard earlier that day, so I thought maybe allergies or something. By 2 o'clock the next morning, my eyes were sealed shut with conjunctivitis, and it was gross.
Mm-hmm.
And then that same morning that I woke up with the closed eyes, I had a Comic-Con that I was selling my books at.
Oh, geez.
So I went to my parent. I went to I went to my parents' house. And I raided their little pharmacy, and I got a bottle of Benadryl, and I was just sitting there drinking it like a Capri Sun. You know that scene from Hitch where he's sitting there just drinking the Benadryl with the straw? That was me. I was a little loopy during that comic convention. I don't really remember much.
Please buy my books. They're really good.
I sold a lot of books. So, let's get into this. We are talking Frieren. So give us a rundown of what Frieren's all about.
Frieren is about her journey to get to heaven because she has unfinished business and needs to talk to a couple of her companions that she fought with 80 plus years ago. And his name is Himmel. And so on the way, she encounters one of her other companions. Then he has like a little apprentice, and he's like, take care of her. No, don't want to. And so he tricks her into doing research and stuff and also training her. So then she does take this little girl named Fern before he and then he passes away. And so then they need to find more people for their adventure. And one of her other companions, who's a dwarf, is still alive, but he just doesn't want to adventure anymore. But he has an apprentice named Stark that they get along the way, and they have to go to through the same route that they took back when Frieren and her original companions went to defeat the Demon King. So they're going on the same path. And that took, I believe, that adventure took them 10 years with Himmel and them. So, and it's just basically about, because Frieren's an elf, and so throughout the show you find out that she's over like 1,000 years old, and so these bit of adventures had more of an impact on her life than she realized. And she regrets not getting to know them better. And so she's trying to make new memories with these new companions that she has. So,
yeah. One of the things I thought was interesting was the just how disconnected she was from the people that she was traveling with. And I kind of get it. Like, you know, she's this long living elf, and her sense of time is very different. Like there's a comment where someone says, oh yeah, that was like 50 years ago. She's like, oh, well, it wasn't that long ago at all.
Yeah.
Like she's got this completely different perspective because everything is very protracted for her. But you can see that there's that, she's kind of like a Vulcan, where she's like really logical about things.
Yeah.
But she has these little quirks, and then she doesn't pay attention to the nuances of the relationships.
Yeah. Because this is my second time rewatching it. I haven't finished season 1, but I made it to season 15. I made it to episode 15. And I forgot that she actually did cry at Himmel's funeral. And because like throughout the rest of the show, she's very robotic like.
Mm-hmm.
And like she outlives her master, and Floma was her master. And I just think it's funny how like she's trying to find grimoires and texts by Floma, or just random spells. Like one of those spells she acquired was so you could see through clothing. And Fern's like, why would you need that? That's such a weird one. And she's like, but then you can see if people are hiding weapons and stuff. Just so.
Not how I would use it, but.
Well, yeah, that's where Fern went. She's like, oh, why would you get that? And she's just like, well, you don't know if like someone's hiding like an axe or a knife or whatever under a cloak. So.
Yeah.
But I also forgot, because it had been a while since I watched it, that how comedic some of the stuff was, and how whiny Stark is.
Dude, right? He's kind of a little bee. You know who he kind of reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of Timothée Chalamet. Like,
I haven't really seen anything that he's in, so.
Oh, well, did you ever see Dune?
No, I refuse to see the new Dune because Zendaya's in it. And also, I like the original Dune, and then I was scarred by when Sci-Fi redid Dune.
Yeah, okay,
the whole Star Wars knockoff, bull pucky.
Yeah.
So,
well, anyway,
no.
Timothée Chalamet is kind of like this smug little, Gen Z D-bag. And at least that's how I kind of, personify him, just from what I've seen in interviews. And very full of himself. But when things don't go his way, he gets very whiny, very diva-ish. Mm-hmm. And you see that with Stark a little bit. Like, he knows he's good, but he gets lazy about it. And then when things aren't really going his way, he's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to help me? You've already killed the dragon.
He's like, what? I think, well, also because like he was treated so horribly in his village.
Yeah.
Mainly by his father. That like he was the weakest one. So like he has that in the back of his mind. He's like, I'm weak. But like he's trained so hard that he's very strong.
Yeah.
And so he just doesn't have the confidence. So, because he killed the dragon, he killed that demon who was pretending to do the same style as his master.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
Yes. I think it's interesting. Like, some of the voiceover work, it sounds very, very familiar, and I can't place the voices. I think one of my favorite characters, though, has to be Ison, the dwarf. He is absolutely hilarious. Like, not hilarious in like an over the top way. Like, just some of the asides he makes and the way that he portrays himself. Like, you look at him, you think, oh, he's this really gruff dwarf, and he's actually got this very gentle mentality. And the fact that he had trained Stark to begin with, and he overextended, he hit Stark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, that doesn't seem like Ison's personality at all. And come to find out, it came out of a place of fear. And I'm like, yeah, holy cow. Okay. That was really good writing. Like, you have this character who's so afraid of his own student that he just kind of, abandons him and hurts him in a couple of different ways. And I just thought that was kind of a neat bit of storytelling for Ison's character.
Yeah, the voice actor is Chris Guerrero. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But I don't recognize some of this anime that he's in.
I'm looking it up. I also like how the show is also subtitled Beyond Journey's End.
Mm-hmm.
And she's having to go beyond what she was comfortable with. I think it's kind of neat. Let's see here, cast.
Later in the season, they can't go. Just in case you don't ever watch it, this is spoiler. The rest of it, but like later they have Fern and Frieren both have to take mage tests to become like get a badge so that they can go into different areas because you have to be like an S class or whatever.
Oh,
but Frieren's lived forever, and like the closest thing she has to like identifying her class is like I believe it's like an old token or like a coin or something.
Yeah, and they even talk about how they don't even think those are used anymore.
Yeah, and so then her and Fern have to take the test so they can be S class so they can go to the region that they need to even go in. So, and that's where I stopped. I need to finish it because season 2 is out.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of season 1, episode 11, so I'm just a little bit behind you.
But yeah, because they get one more person. They get a priest coming soon in the next few episodes. So, but yeah, so it's interesting that like it's like really, but she's lived this long time. She has this token just to say, okay, you're S class. But I do like though that like Frieren like pushes Fern and Stark past their limits because she could just flat out destroy anything with the snap.
Right, but she's not there to be the one destroying things. She's the one being there to teach them how to do it.
Yeah, she's not just like, oh, we're gonna adventure. I'm just gonna plow through everything. You're just here with me, kind of a thing. So I like that. So, and she probably doesn't even realize that she's teaching them. So it is a nice thing.
Yeah. So let's talk animation style, because usually one of your nitpicks about anime is usually the style in which it's drawn. So I want to pick your brain on that.
I don't have a problem with this animation style whatsoever. It's really nice and clean. The only issue I have is in the beginning title sequence when they do the rotation where it shows their statues, because I don't like cheap looking 3D bullpucky. It's just gross. It when they have more of a quote traditional art style and then they throw the 3D in there and they don't clean it up to make it look like it's actually physically a part of the anime, that's what I have a problem with. It looks very marionette and video game-esque. If it's in a video game, I don't mind it because it's a video game.
And you're expecting it to be CGI.
Yeah. But when it's in an anime, they need to clean it up and make it transition better. But like I liked the beginning intro and the outro and the ending outro, the art style wise, and I like the songs. So, but I have no problem with this animation style whatsoever.
Okay. I mean, I like the animation style. I thought it was really neat. I like the use of like some grand scale set pieces as far as like the static images that are on screen.
And they give you different angles too.
Yeah, like the camera angles are really good. Like one of the things I thought was interesting was it was in one of the episodes I was watching last night where Frieren is there and she's praying over all these battles, like the dead warriors that are just laying across this battlefield. And it shows the epic scale of how dangerous and how deadly it was. But you've got this golden sunlight kind of in the background, and it's just shining through kind of this nice kind of tangerine sky. And the music that's playing is actually a nice juxtaposition because it's really peaceful, it's very melodic, very hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
And yet what you're seeing her kneeling in the grass surrounded by all these dead soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
That art is really, really fantastic in the way it's done, not just visually, but from a audio perspective as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really cool. So let's talk characters. Aside from the main character, who was your favorite?
Who I really like, I don't think you've met him yet. It's the priest. I can't remember his name though, but he's hilarious. Because they like throughout like the episode that he's in, they're trying to convince him to come with them. And one of the things is he's like, well, his brother's like, well, he likes older women. And they're like, where are we going to find an older woman to convince him to come with us? and then Frieren just goes, oh. And so,
like, she's so blonde sometimes. I think that's great.
And so Stark is like, oh, yeah, we heard you like older women. And he's like, oh, yeah, where is he? And then they turn and she's like, well, when it comes to older women, you're not going to find, there's not very many that you're going to find that are older than me. And he's like, no, thanks. And then she's like, I didn't want to have to do this, but I will have to use the technique that my master used. And she goes, and
okay, I need to see this episode.
And it's hilarious. And so he's like, definitely not. And she's like, I don't understand. It put Himmel to his knees. And Fern and Stark are like, I am so glad that technique didn't come at me because I don't think I could have handled it.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
And then it shows a flashback where Himmel's like almost dying and Hyder's like, Himmel, it's okay. And then it shows Eisen looking at her and being like, you cruel woman, why would you do that to him?
Oh, that's funny.
But the thing is, she's so just deadpan serious when she says it. It's not flirty or anything.
No, it's not.
And like, so it makes it even more hilarious.
Again, there's that disconnect.
But then the priest is like, not having it.
Oh my god.
But it's great. I need to finish the season so I can get into season 2, and then Diamond and Tyler will stop getting on my case about not finishing series. But because it's pretty good. Sometimes I get bored, like especially with binge watching series sometimes.
Yeah. Because it's easy to like you get to this flow and you just fall, it becomes background noise, you start falling asleep.
So
that's how
it's a fun, sometimes serious anime, great art, and highly recommend for people. So
I do too. Of the shows that we've been watching so far on this particular season of Snack-ime, this is the one I've enjoyed the most, I think. That's not to say I haven't enjoyed some of the others, but like, I mean, Delicious in Dungeon, like, it's weird. Like, they're almost like with the design with the way that Eisen is drawn, and he kind of reminds me of the dwarf from Delicious in Dungeon. Like, almost like they're like a spiritual cousins or something like that. You know, just a lot of the animation style is similar. The details are similar. They're both fantasy. Oh dear God, we have an elf leper.
It just fell right off.
Unclean.
Well, good thing it's near the end of the episode.
All of a sudden, your nose drops off. I'm going to scream.
Oh gosh, I hope not. It's what I was born with.
Oh, that would be so bad. Yeah, I really like the show. It's one of the few that I want to keep watching, even once we get done reviewing it, just because I like the storytelling. It's fun. Like, it's not going to give me nightmares like some of the stuff from Full Metal Alchemist, and
Yeah.
the characters are far more tolerable than what I was seeing with Delicious and Dungeon. So, yeah, I like. There's been a few shows that I've gotten really invested in. This is one of the shows that I really want to be invested in, probably almost about as much as I want to be invested in. Like when you got me into Erased, I didn't think I'd be as invested in that. And
It's
same
so
thing with
good.
the same thing with Frieren, where I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but I do, and I like it, and I'm going to continue watching it.
I wish Erased had more episodes, but I don't know where they could have gone from there. So,
At some point, though, speaking of fantasy stuff done in a anime style, we will have to get back into watching season 3 of Legend of Vox Machina, and I need to introduce you to the first season of the Mighty Nine. No, you're gonna like the Mighty Nine.
Yeah,
you're really gonna like the Mighty Nine because Laura Bailey, who does the voice for Vexalia in Vox Machina, she plays a tiefling and in Mighty Nine, and she is unhinged. Like, really unhinged, and she is so much fun. So cool. Well, if you were to give Frieren a letter grade, what letter grade would you give it?
I would say an upper A, almost S tier. I have to finish rewatching the rest of season 1 and then part of season 2 to get my
you just gotta finish the series. That way you can stop getting grief from Tyler and Diamond.
But at least I watched it. I've watched part of it. Doesn't that count, people?
I mean, it's close enough, but close enough only really counts in hand grenades and horseshoes. Trust me, I've learned from both. Don't ask me how.
All right, I won't ask.
Well, I think that's going to do it for us on this particular episode. Next month, we're going to do something a little bit more thematic. We are going to go with Your Lie in April, which is kind of I don't know, how would you describe that particular one?
I would say it's a slice of life, almost coming of age story. It's about teenagers that do music competitions. One of the kids does piano, but he quit because the pressure was just too much for him. And this one girl that plays the violin, like the other instrument people need accompanists. So she dragged him along to become her accompanist. And it's just him getting back into competitions, trying to not freeze up and start playing piano again, and all the shenanigans that happen for school-wise and competition-wise. Yeah. And then there's the big secret at the very end of what...
that they love each other.
Yeah, it's...
Or that she loves him and he has fallen in love with a shoe or something.
No, not that weird. But you will, like, if you watch it all the way through, you will be angry about what the lie is. So.
Now, here's the question. Who tells the lie?
She does. That's
probably why I'm going to be angry. probably why. I don't like being lied to by women. Even though it happens all the time. Good looking, Garrett. Oh, thank you. I look in the mirror. Ah! Liar.
As long as you don't break the glass, you're fine. You don't get to punch it.
Well, there was that one time I looked in the mirror and just. Anyway, enough about that. Jenae, how can people connect with you and see more of your work as a podcaster on Feast of Fandoms?
They can see me on the Geek Gauntlet podcast every Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have an art Instagram. It's JELXNB, where I just got done last year with my drawing challenge. It was one drawing a day, all Sailor Moon themed, but I'm working on some Pokemon decor and Pokemon terrariums that I'm slowly posting, / trying to figure out how to record said process and things. So I'm excited to post more and then hopefully sell some of the pieces. So
that would be cool. That would be very cool. That would we'll talk pointers on that in just a little bit. As for me, you guys can connect with me on Instagram and X at GKJ_publishing, where I talk about my show The Right Way on YouTube. Just go and do a search for GKJ Publishing. I also talk about my books, The Archives of Frieren, which is a 5-book currently fantasy series. I do have book 6 in the works. It's going through edits right now. I just celebrated my first anniversary on my newest book. It's called Midnight Playground. It's a collection of short stories. In fact, I was doing a giveaway last month of a free digital copy on Kindle. And then yesterday, or at least on March 7th, I did a live stream on my YouTube channel. You guys can go and see that. But I did a giveaway of this box set of books that I handmade. And so I announced the winner, and I connected with the winner, and the winner is ready for me to get that to her. So cool. Yep. So that's about it for us. We will be back next month with Your Lie in April. And hopefully you guys will truthfully join us for that. So until then, do we even have a sign off, like a real sign off?
I don't think we do.
Keep on eating snacks and keep on watching anime.
There you go. We'll figure something out.
I'm fired.